Hello, everyone. Good afternoon from beautiful Bethesda, Maryland. Justin Abramson with you for an Atlantic League Twilight Struggle playoff game between Gabriel Panek and Sarah Judd. Gabriel and Sarah split the first two games of this series. Sarah won the first, Gabriel won the second. USA won both of the first two games. And so here we have game three. Winner of this game moves on to the next round to play against yours truly. So we will get to the game right now, and looking forward to this one. So this is recorded. This game was played this morning, and we'll be playing it. We played this game at with 90-minute clocks. And so we'll play this game at double speed. So you're going to see some things happening quickly, but we will just try and keep up with that. And so away we go. And here we're watching from Gabriel's side today. Gabriel's hand, wow. We've got a lot of good stuff here. We've got 3 4-ops. We've got D-stall. We've got defectors. And then we've also got purge, capture Nazi. So wow, what a hand here for Gabriel. Ton of ops here. My headline choice here, I think, would be defectors. One thing this hand does not have is any good USSR headlines. So good chance that Sarah has one in their hand. And yep, Sarah going to go with Suez, and that will be defectors. So I like that play. Now, I won't be able to hold purge the next turn because obviously you want to hold D-stall. And Sarah goes with the Iran coup and misses on the roll. So already a great start from Gabriel. And yeah, it goes with the standard 2 Pakistan, 1 Malaysia. And then we may see 1 Iraq. We may see 1 Lebanon here. Lots of good choices. Could also just use the 3-op. My play would just be, yeah, this would be my play. Just the 3-op play into Pakistan and Malaysia. So we will see what Sarah has here on AR2. They may go to space. Just going to event de Gaulle for some immediate France access. That is not going to work out too well for them, as Gabriel, with ops to spare, simply takes France. So already Gabriel ahead in Europe and in Asia. And 2 Europe attack cards gone as well. Okay, Sarah going to try another coup. This time hits on the roll in Pakistan, so gets a 6. Had to have a 6 there to fully flip the country, so that's a great roll from Sarah after a terrible roll to start the game, missing on the Iran coup. So Gabriel now with a choice. He probably will want to take Thailand, but getting off to space is not bad either. Or he may also just want to take his mill ops. Oh, and he gets a 6. Wow. Wow. What a start from Gabriel. So he loses out on Pakistan, but flips over Iraq. And now Sarah will want to take Lebanon. If Sarah will want to decall if they have decall. And if not, they'll want to take Lebanon. Yep, okay, there's independent reds, which will certainly take Lebanon, go into Israel. Yep, I like this play. And Gabriel quickly snares Thailand and Egypt. Makes all the sense in the world. Gabriel, Sock Govs is unseen. Suez, De Gaulle out of the deck. Suez in the discard. Algeria currently a contested battleground, but Sarah may not want to take it because of the threat of CIA. That would activate CIA. We'll see if Sarah's got any access cards. Neither player gone to space yet, but Gabriel likely to do so on the next AR. Okay, and a UN of 5-year plan. Wow. A little surprised to see that. Okay, Gabriel just beefs up Europe and stops Sarah's Asia domination in case they have the scoring. A little surprised to see a UN of 5-year plan with Europe looking like it does. But Sarah really wanted the ops. Yeah, and so Gabriel now has to think about how he wants to use these ops. Definitely want to get a third into Thailand. Got to get one into Laos to stop domination. And you want to get a fourth into Italy for Sock Gov's purposes. However, Gabriel's definitely going to be playing Captured Nazi for the event here on AR6, and so does not want Sarah to retake domination and perhaps threaten to headline the scoring next turn with defectors gone. So takes Indonesia as well and leaves France at 4-1. So potential Sock Gov's flip is not out of the question. Yes, Jordan commenting he prefers the last one in France. I think I would too, but I'm obviously very conservative toward France. So we'll see. Okay, Fidel for ops to take a second country and then overprotect North Korea. Interesting. Decides to overprotect North Korea instead of going into South Korea. Okay, and here we go. So Gabriel, it was hard to beat that turn one hand. This time Gabriel gets Middle East and Europe, and then a bunch of garbage here. Although he does also get IP war. So interesting headline choice here. Could headline Europe on the theory that if Sarah headlines Sock Govs, you're going to lose Europe anyway. Could headline Middle East for 2 if you don't want to fight for domination. Could headline Duck for 3 VPs. And a denial of a coup. Of course, that means a decall headline from Sarah is definitely going to flip Thailand. I like getting rid of a scoring here. Yep, and here comes decall. So we'll see if Sarah wants to use the China card here. And a good play by Gabriel not to headline Duck. He will get Europe scoring off for 5, no question about that. Yep, and here comes China to flip over Thailand. I don't know that I like the Algeria play here from Sarah, given that they already have access there in Algeria because they're in France. So I think I might have liked that fourth op somewhere else. So this play in Southeast Asia is fine from Gabriel. I might have preferred, although that requires his only 3-op, but a play of poke Thailand and go 1 Angola, which likely forces Sarah to fix up Thailand, and then Gabriel gets into Angola first. But okay, takes Southeast Asian countries, and now leads in Asia country count 5-4. Now we will see if Sarah decides to coup, which would concede Angola and Zaire. So Sarah can try the coup, or but down 5-4 in Asia would need a 4-op to take both India and Burma in order to retake Asia domination. Or, of course, I should say, a 3-op, flipping Laos, or a Vietnam Revolts event would also give domination. and Gabriel with very little power to fight that domination. So we'll see if Sarah has the scoring in hand. We know that Gabriel has Europe, obviously. I don't want to get that off as soon as possible because he's got a one-up play in Nasser. He's got a one-up play in Blockade. He's got a one-up play in Romania. And he's got scoring. And then he's got IP War, which we will probably event if only for mill-ops. So Gabriel, with the rest of Gabriel's hand, is going to be pretty much garbage. And we will see if Sarah wants to attack here. Also haven't seen CIA. Okay, there's a 4-op. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, so Sarah decides, instead of flipping Lao, that they are going to take Burma and put 2 in Malaysia, perhaps fighting here longer term. Okay, I think at this point, if I'm Gabriel, you either have to try the war on Pakistan because India is about to get filled, or if you're not going to do that, you probably want to score Europe, although now with Marshall event and a potential SOC-Govs event, not really an issue. Yeah, Gabriel decides to go ahead and score Europe. Not a bad play. Gives him a 9-point lead. Country count now tied in Asia. Sarah 1-op away from taking a domination. Okay, we should see Malaysia and then 2 South Korea. Yep. Gabriel needs to win an IP war here if he wants to avoid Asia domination. And will he do it? He will not. Gets his mill-ops, but loses the war. And so now we'll see if Sarah has the scoring. Sarah needs their mill-ops too. AI War and Korean War both still out there, I believe. Of course, Afghan's still at 3 after all this. But neither player really wants to coup and concede Angola. And Gabriel with 3 1-op plays left. He wants to take Libya, I'm sure, but has a lot of stuff to do with his ops. DEFCON's still sitting at 3. Gabriel with a 9 VP lead here. Hoping for Sarah's sake that they have Asia in hand and bite into some of this VP lead. Asia, I believe, right now would be 7. SOC-Govs for a coup, and Sarah hits on the roll. So, okay, so now Gabriel will certainly go into Angola. Yep. So Sarah probably okay with that because that gives them a nice coup target next turn. Yep, Sarah pointing out excellent generals today. Lots of high coup rolls. So Sarah missed badly on the opening Iran coup. Rolled a 1 on a 3-op coup, but they rolled a 6 in Pakistan, 6 in Iraq. There's a 6 in Panama, and now Sarah going to take 7 VPs from Asia scoring. So they're no doubt happy to get that off. I'm sure they would have liked to fill India and South Korea as well, but 7 VPs is a very nice number. And then Gabriel now will have to give up access to Libya, although Sarah will probably be coupping in Africa next turn. Sarah probably wants to take Algeria here. Oh, yes, and obviously overprotect Thailand from a potential China card flip. Europe looking very well fortified now for Gabriel, and Gabriel going to go 1 into Libya. Okay, and decides not to go Cameroon. Okay, Gabriel gets NATO and gets Vietnam along with the war. And redraws some good stuff here. Oh, duck and cover is a nice headline here. It will likely concede Libya. But IP war redraw also nice. That means Sarah's going to have to event Korean War to get their mill-ops. But a pretty nice set of redraws here. I think my headline would be Birth the Turtle. Oh, Korean War already just for the event. And they miss on the roll, so that now puts immediate pressure. I don't like that play from Sarah. That puts immediate pressure on them to take South Korea when they also wanted to take Libya. Because if Sarah moves here to take Libya, you could see Gabriel use China or a 4-op to take South Korea. Sarah with no known 4-op in hand. Sarah also, as Jordan has pointed out, Sarah also has CIA in their hands, so now we'll have to hold that to turn 4. So at this point, Gabriel well ahead in this game. Gabriel definitely behind in Asia, but ahead in the Middle East, ahead in Europe, ahead in Africa. And we'll see if Sarah has D-stall here. That would be a redraw. D-stall obviously has a way of changing the game. Even if Sarah has D-stall, though, they may elect to take South Korea or Libya first before D-stalling since they have Panama. Okay, Sarah goes 1 Libya, 1 Algeria, and 1, I believe, Poland. Okay, and they're just a 1-op play to take Egypt. Yeah, I think I would have fought for Libya. But okay, yeah, and now Gabriel going to finish off taking South Korea, which stops domination in Asia. Okay, and a 2-op play to take India and reestablish Dom. And now Gabriel going to go ahead and take Japan. Okay, and Craig points out correctly that the natural response to filling South Korea would be filling India, and that makes IP war less valuable. And now Gabriel will need a 6 on his war. So maybe would have wanted to event the war first. Yeah, I think I would have liked to see Sarah put all 3 ops of EEU into Libya, or 2 into South Korea and 1 into Algeria. Instead, they put 1 in Algeria, 1 in Poland, and then just 1 in Libya, enabling Gabriel to wind up with both Libya and South Korea. Oh, and there's D-stall. Wow, okay. Nigeria, Venezuela, Chile, and Mexico. So Sarah does get D-stall, and that's huge. Sarah, interestingly, does not take out of Romania, which is a little bit surprising. I think I would have been fine giving up Romania there. 5-year plan now going to space. Of course, it has to with CIA in hand. SocGov's going to space. Gabriel hits on that roll. Now Gabriel will no doubt be eventing IP war and holding on to VR. Sarah in a little bit of trouble, DEFCON-wise, holding on to a known CIA with no China. Sarah now has to give up NORAD, will spread out in South America, makes sense. And I suspect we'll see Gabriel event the war. Try for that Hail Mary 6, but if he doesn't get it, just save the 2 VPs on Milops and head into the mid-war with a 6 VP lead. And yeah, Sarah decided to go 1 into Mexico with D-stall, but does not fill it up. I think my play would have been 1 Venezuela, 1 Brazil, and then 1 Mexico there. But Sarah ahead in Central America, ahead in South America now. Africa is even. We'll see What happens with CIA? Gabriel evidently perhaps taking a bathroom break, so just waiting for that to finish up before we will continue on. Yep, and Gabriel, I suspect we'll just see the war here for 2VP. And obviously, if Miracle 6s do happen, not that time. Okay, well, a nice hand here for Gabriel. No power cards, but a lot of blue cards. Kennedy, easy hold to next turn. Suez, not a problem. OAS allows him to fight for South America. Purge, I think, would be my headline in case of a missile envy type situation. Bear Trap, also a possibility to keep Sarah holding on to CIA. Either of those are good choices here. Yep, going to go with the trap, and Sarah headlines defectors with nothing good to headline. That suggests that Sarah's going to have a good card to discard to the trap. Sarah thinking about it. Thinking about it. I think I might have gone with the Purge, been happy to get CIA and then get a nice coup off in Nigeria. And so that Sarah's then purged and I see their hand, but I definitely understand Bear Trap there as well. And Gabriel obviously wants to get into South America with a coup. Thinking of just taking, just going to go ahead and take a 2-op coup in Nigeria with special, and then puts one into Thailand to threaten the flip there. Alliance has to go 1 Thailand, and yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take Mexico. So here we go. I suspect we'll see OAS in Argentina. I think would be my play here. 1 Argentina, 1 Chile, also fine, but and definitely better if Sarah has ABM. But I think if Sarah had ABM, they would not have headlined. They would not have headlined defectors. Okay, just 1 Argentina and 1 Panama. So we will see how Sarah wants to respond to that. Yeah, with a 4-op, and I suspect we'll see 3 Argentina and 1 Panama. Yep. And then Gabriel can go 4 Chile. We could see some potential realign action here. Sarah may want to take Peru. Sarah may also want to take Uruguay to defend Argentina. Vietnam at this point is an empty action round if you play it on the last AR. Don't have to space it if you don't want to. Oh, Sarah declines to event 1 small step. Instead takes the 2 ops. Wow. And Gabriel beefs Chile up to 6-1. Okay, Gabriel spaces Vietnam, hits that roll, so now he has a chance to space Suez if he wants to for 3 VPs. Sarah also needs mill ops and will not be getting them, barring a war card, some kind of power card, or Gabriel entering a non-battleground here on AR6. But I don't think we're going to do that yet. And there's Che, completely useless here, and Sarah going to beef Poland up to 6, potentially for the Pope. Although I think if Sarah had the Pope, they would have spaced him by now. Uruguay, an important country here. Yep, Jordan pointing out Sarah headlining defectors over Latin American Death Squad. Latin American Death Squad's not a bad headline. Perhaps Sarah just really wanted to save that 1 VP. Although, of course, there were no coups in South America this turn, so it turned out to be South or Central America, so it turned out to be a good decision from Sarah. Okay, I'm sure we will see Gabriel hold Kennedy here, and Sadat will be the play on AR7. Gabriel lucky there. He gets Nasser into and out of Egypt between scorings. Middle East scored first when Gabriel had Egypt. It will score again when Gabriel has Egypt. Oh, Sarah gonna... Wow, Jack Defcon all the way up to 5. Here's a big old China card coup of Thailand potentially here. Oh, and Gabriel flips it. Wow, I'm not sure why. And so, not sure why Sarah did that. Allow that Thailand flip. I understand the play. I understand how I learned event. Might have kept DEFCON at 2, but I guess Sarah really wants to get rid of CIA and was willing to allow that Thailand flip to do it. Yeah. Gabriel wants CMC. Sarah with Gabriel now with headline peak. And this may be a containment hand to space decall and hold Kennedy here for Gabriel. Especially because he thinks he's going to get CIA. I don't know how great a containment hand this is. Sadat is going to be an event. Brush, likely an event as well in South America. Flower Power already a 4-up. You've got a scoring. Not a great containment hand overall. Going to get you 1 for decall, 1 for Brezhnev, 1 for Willie. Yeah, just a 3-op containment, but it does let you space decall, which is nice. And of course, it's a 4-op containment because Sarah's going to be giving CIA. So that's not a bad. Yeah, okay. Well, now I guess you could headline Europe, but I don't know that you need to. So Gabriel quickly moves to headline Europe, which I think is fine given the Cambridge 5 headline. But all of Gabriel's battlegrounds were overprotected. And I don't know that if Sarah hits on that hits on Cambridge 5, I don't know that they need to that they do anything about it. Okay, though, you got off Europe for free, and here containment. Thinking about containment, and so it's essentially the same result and actually better for Gabriel. Gets Europe off in the headline events containment AR1. So here we are now AR2. Sarah could give CIA here. Might see a coup war in Southeast Asia potentially. If I were Sarah, I might want to get rid of CIA as soon as possible because I want to get rid of CIA when Africa looks like it does with all 3 one-stab battlegrounds sitting blue. So I'd rather give it up now, and then we can start the coup back and forth situation. Now, if Sarah has additional scoring cards to play, that obviously would change the calculus there. Jordan pointing out correctly that Sarah could, if Gabriel had shown Europe, Sarah could have put 1 in Italy and then couped Italy. He would have needed a 5 with a 4-op or the China card, but suppose it is possible. Okay, wow, nuclear subs. Interesting. Nuclear subs on AR2. So Sarah really wants to get those 3 coups. And so we will see what happens. Willie is pretty much free here, just the 1 VP loss. And so Gabriel under containment would probably see him go to town in South America here. Wow, just flips Algeria right away. Sarah now can give up CIA later. Sarah may also want to take more coups in Southeast Asia. Maybe they have the scoring in hand. I'll give CIA. Shows Southeast Asia. Wow, grain CRG. Uh, not a good hand here for Sarah. I don't know that I want to show the scoring card with CIA though. The purpose of playing nuclear subs early, it would seem to me to be that you want to wait a little bit so you don't have to show that scoring. But okay. So Gabriel with a one-op coup. Yeah, no, he just wants to take a coup, but yeah, taking it back Indonesia seems fine as well. This is a rough hand. You know, you got a two-op coup here from Gabriel because of containment if he wants it, or he can take, just place 2 influence here, so it takes back Indonesia and goes a third into Angola. I wonder if we will see a coup from Sarah, probably see a coup in Southeast Asia. Yep, there it is, Vietnam, okay. That makes sense. Gabriel needs to go to space. He does, he misses the roll. Big old China card coup of Thailand. Oh, and Sarah rolls a 1. That is rough. So Gabriel flipped over Thailand with a 5, and Sarah coups back, rolls a 1 with the scoring in hand. So we'll see if Sarah wants to get more done in Southeast Asia. They only have OPEC left, along with CRG, grain. Oh, this is rough. Yep, there's OPEC. Oh, another coup in Thailand and another miss. Yeah. And now Sarah has to score. Oh, yeah, and a flower power. Yep, Gabriel. Okay, so Gabriel misses on the roll. But yeah, DEFCON, Sarah tried 2 coups in Thailand, doesn't get any in Africa, and now could potentially get controlled here. We'll see. Yep, Sarah going to go to space with CRG, hold on to grain. Gabriel missed on the brush roll here. Now he's going to try a coup roll. Gets a 3. Sarah has to score Southeast Asia here. And there it is. It's going to be a couple for Gabriel. And we'll see the Sadat event. Okay, so at this point, Gabriel ahead in Europe, ahead in Africa, ahead in the Middle East. Asia is a draw. South America, basically a draw. And oh boy, here's another very strong hand for Gabriel. DEFCON is 4. So Quagmire will give Sarah 2 coups. How bad is VOA here? VOA doesn't do a ton in the unscored regions. Okay, so Gabriel just going to take his 2 VP. Okay, Sarah needs a couple of big rolls in Africa. I'd like to see Sarah go after Angola here to save South Africa from realigns, and then take another hack at Zaire, potentially reshape the region. But Africa scoring, South America scoring, Middle East scoring, and Asia scoring, all unseen here on turn 6, and Gabriel with none of them. So Sarah may have a fistful of scoring cards here. And Sarah may be wondering if they can get domination. So Sarah with 7 countries in Asia to Gabriel's 7. So Sarah could poke Japan and score Asia Dom here. So that is one potential line of play. And if I had Asia, that would be what I'd do. A Missile Envy event is not going to do a ton. That'll get Sarah 3 VPs. Okay. And I suppose it does keep Libs in Gabriel's hand, although Libs it just is not that bad here. Okay, Gabriel out, and he gives up 3 VPs to We Will Bury You. And a coup. This will be in Zaire. Yep. Oh, and a big roll. We'll see. Comic-Con, yeah, take Algeria back. That can go before ABM. And then Jordan for Middle East. Muslim Revolution still unseen, but not particularly effective here. Again, 4 scoring cards still to be seen here on turn 6, and Gabriel does not have any. So we will see which ones Sarah has. Personally, I'd have rather had a second coup than the 3 VPs from We Will Bury You. But obviously, Sarah didn't know Gabriel had it, and she was they, sorry, probably hoping that Gabriel might have to fork over ABM. Sarah going to get arms race off for another 3 VPs. Here's an ABM coup in Venezuela makes sense. Gabriel going to need a 4 in Brazil. Or a 5 in Venezuela to fully take it. I think Brazil would be my play. Brazil will be my play because Sarah with no access to Uruguay can't set up real lines. Okay, Gabriel rolls a 3, not quite enough. So Sarah with the opportunity to take it back with a 3 of their own. We'll see if they have one. Or if they have to start dumping scorings. No, they do not have it. Oh, and there are some scorings. So there goes Asia. Salt. Probably don't want to discard South America now because you're going to take Brazil. Oh, going to go ahead and discard South. So Gabriel can take Brazil, but then Sarah would be able to take Uruguay. Okay, going to use voice here. Interesting that you would get rid of Salt there, but I suppose it makes sense. Salt coming turn 7, generally not a particularly helpful card. My 4th would be Colombia here. I think I would have not dumped South, and my 4th would have been Colombia there to threaten Venezuela, and I can get my realigns in before Sarah can get theirs in. Gabriel giving up the China card. Looks like he wants to hold Kennedy and Libs to next turn. Yep, and Sarah takes Uruguay. That's a very good play. And Gabriel going to get his realigns in on South Africa, gets the rolls, and is able to dislodge Sarah from Argentina. guess Sarah gonna put one into Thailand. I'm not sure I understand that. That's easily repaired. Sarah gonna space grain. Okay, and here we go with voice. Voice can do damage in any number of regions. Could make Sarah presenceless in the Middle East. With headline peak, that's pretty strong. But Mexico is good too. Lots of good choices for Gabriel. Okay, and Gabriel gets both scorings and a lot of garbage. So this, including gunman. So this obviously will be his Kennedy hand. Expect him to dump Fidel, South African, gunman, and libs. I'll expect him to play the two scorings and take a pretty large VP lead into the late war. And at this point, Sarah with no good regions. Asia is even, but Sarah, I suppose, slightly ahead in Central America, but behind in every other region. So this one looks to be almost over. Sarah gonna have a very tough time coming back in this one. No DEFCON chance now. Sarah does get Muslim Revolution, I believe, so that could be okay. Junta, the headline. I think I just dump a scoring here. Yeah, just dump one scoring. So Sarah probably will go Mexico, yep, and then thinking realigns and swings and misses on those Panama realigns because they are no doubt thinking about a coup in Africa. So I suspect we'll see a coup of Nigeria here. A nice coup in Nigeria would stop domination, although I would expect to see. Okay, here we no, going to go Angola and miss. Wow. So went for Angola, which was a tougher target. It was kind of beefed up, but then missed on the roll. And now Gabriel in a little bit of a tricky spot. I think if I'm Gabriel, I would dump the scoring here because I want to play Kennedy very soon. Oh, a missile envy redraw from Sarah would just be completely game-changing. No, cultural for ops. I don't think I like that play from Sarah with no Nixon in Gabriel's hand. But okay, Sarah did need to take Panama. Yeah, but I like the play from Gabriel there. To get China back, and there's Warsaw and Sarah looking for realigns, and they do get the roll. So there's Kennedy, and I think with Panama, not all that helpful either. Oh, and a South American redraw to go with some garbage. Shuttle is interesting. It actually gives domination in Asia back to Gabriel. South's going to be even. IP War will be a 2 VP loss. And Decall is, as always, annoying. Sarah goes to space, hits the roll. Gabriel quickly dumps his newfound scoring card. Neither player really wanting Angola at this point, with Africa scored. Yeah, I like Shuttle as an event here. It's likely a 5 VP swing. Sarah going to UN Ussuri. Fill up Costa Rica. All right. Might have UN Ussuri before playing Cultural in hopes that Gabriel would play Nixon. Might have played the China card first as well. Okay, Muslim to take that back. And Gabriel thinking about filling Cuba, which I do not like this move from Gabriel. Opens up DEFCON problems with Ortega, which now cannot be spaced. Now, you do have China, Cultural's gone. You also have headline peak, so really unlikely to be an issue. But Central America is your only bad region. So, you know, even if Sarah is able to get off a big scoring there, well, that should have just been an event, I think. Oh, and Gabriel almost hits on the IP war. Okay, here we are. Central America, well, just like that, Gabriel gets Central America. So the Cuba play looks better now. Iranian's got to go to space. VOA always a threat. And nice, I'm sure, nice for Gabriel to have one small step in his hand. No, it's not in Sarah's. Reformer headline, not going to do a ton here. It's not boosted. I suppose Sarah could go 1 West Germany, 2 France, 1 Canada, and score Europe for domination. Okay, Gabriel going to clear out as much as he can of Central America. Threat there. Now sought Gub's event. Okay. Force Gabriel to immediately spend ops, but he has them. Sakovs and Reformer gone now. Western Europe looking a little weaker at this point. But okay, and Gabriel thinking about a coup here. I think, yeah, only needs a 4 and just gets a 3. So we will probably see Sarah refill that. And Sarah's going to pick up a domination here in Central. Gabriel at this point maybe thinking about brush war in Europe. Does not want to lose Italy. Could take Nicaragua and Haiti, though. And Sarah going to space, and there goes headline peak. Gabriel picks up some VPs to stay ahead and not allow Sarah to dump Star Wars if they have it. Gabriel is going to have to give up the Central America scoring, but is in no danger of falling below War Games range at this stage. Okay, Gabriel does take Nicaragua and Haiti to stop Central America domination. But I think Sarah will be happy to coup there because they need their mill-ops anyway. Yeah, that does give Sarah a nice coup target. Honduras is actually interesting. It's not going to get couped, and then you go into Guatemala. Okay, now we'll see a Haiti coup to reestablish Dom, or simply taking Guatemala would do the same. But Sarah needs to coup anyway. Sarah gets the roll. Okay, yep, there's Guatemala, Nicaragua. So now 4-4 in country count again, and we'll see if Sarah has one op to take Dominican Republic or a coup of Guatemala. Okay, AWACS, and there's the coup. Yeah, there's a big roll. Okay, so Gabriel does give up the 4 VPs. Okay, and here we go to turn 9. And there's Asia. Oh boy, terrorism and ABM. ABM could even be used in Pakistan here potentially. There is Ortega, however. So something for Gabriel to worry about potentially. I think ABM would be my headline in case of Aldrich. Yep. Okay, so ABM has to be influence here. Can't be a coup. So you can get rid of Aldrich safely. Excuse me. So you can get rid of Ortega safely. Now, obviously, with Terror in hand, no danger for Gabriel in losing on DEFCON here. But he would have to play China and give up decall if he doesn't give up Ortega here. So that would be annoying, and I think Gabriel would like to just get rid of Ortega here. Gabriel's hand pretty terrible, and not a hand you would want to show with with Aldrich. But Terror is a nice card. I think that would be what I pick if I'm Sarah. Yep, and there it is, and there's North Sea. Not sure I understand the third in Afghanistan. Okay, and Sarah now with the opportunity can coup Cuba to lower DEFCON if they want. And they do want. But now Gabriel gets the last coup, and I suspect we'll see an Angola coup. Okay. We'll see if Sarah can take Angola back here. Oh, brush. Oh, a brush hits on Thailand. Wow. Okay. And that gives domination. Now 8 countries to 6, and no easy flip targets other than unless Gabriel wants to flip Burma or Malaysia with the China card. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. So it looks like Sarah now going to score domination in Asia. But Gabriel still ahead in this one. Especially with Europe out there. Evil Empire going to space. Sarah does hit the roll to deactivate Flower Power. Excuse me. Flower Power not deactivated. Sarah hits the roll to deactivate Star Wars. And Gabriel does not space in response. Okay, so we may see a Star Wars play here from Sarah. I think I would have spaced there if I were Gabriel, not sure. Yeah. Yes, Gabriel is correct. Gabriel's also up 6 VPs anyway. So, be different if Sarah were up 6 VPs. Yeah, and there's Star Wars. So maybe a little bit of a mistake there from Gabriel, not immediately spacing to try and get to try and keep Star Wars active. Okay, so Gabriel gonna have to play all of these cards. Yep, and there's Che, which now just goes to Honduras, and I guess Costa Rica. So plenty of mill-ops at least. Okay, and there's Taiwan. Yeah. Now 8-7 in terms of country count. And we may, so Gabriel trying to wait out this domination. We may see a China card jam somewhere. Sarah knows that he has it, so yeah, I really would have liked to see Sarah hold on to Angola. Okay, there's US, Japan. Okay, I'm going to overprotect everything that Gabriel has access to. Gabriel hits the roll, so on space, so he's going to be able to discard decall. Oh, CRGs. Interesting. I would be going Malaysia, Burma here, threatening the flip. Angola realigns are a possibility here. Realign Angola at +1. If you hit, realign South Africa at +2. Okay. And there goes. I'm not sure I understand why Gabriel is waiting to play Asia scoring. There is talk of war games, but Gabriel is up 6 VP, not Sarah. So I expect to see one. I would expect to just see this played in Africa. One Angola, one Algeria, one Nigeria. Sarah running low on time here. They are playing 90-minute clocks, and Sarah with less than 10 minutes to go. I don't think I understand not putting one in Angola there. But okay. And here we go. Gabriel holding on to Asia scoring. And there's War Games. Okay, for a realign in Angola. Miss. Well, they would have lost the one in Angola. Miss again. Miss again. Okay, and finally clears them out. Okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, North Sea is in effect. That is that. Okay. All right. Now I finally understand. Okay. Okay. And an excellent hand here for Gabriel. And we got an active Cal. Could also go with Chernobyl and EEU, which would stop Sarah's presence in Europe, potentially allow him to even take control. Okay, yep, and this will flip over Pakistan. Okay, yep. So Jordan was a little confused. So was I. I completely forgot about North Sea. Here we are with the Iran-Iraq war. And Sarah does flip Iran. Not going to do much to stop, to change the picture in the Middle East, though. Arms race event. Yeah, I'd really trying to realign Africa here. Chernobyl EEU in Europe is a good play. Even if you're not going to go hard for control here, which Gabriel doesn't have the ops to get control, I don't think. He would. Well, he'd need five. He needs only needs 10 ops after EEU. He doesn't have it. He doesn't. Yeah, he has exactly 10 ops, but he also needs to play the scoring. So no, he cannot do that. So yeah, Chernobyl in Europe, and then EEU will be good enough for a nice 10 VPs. Oh, okay, yep. Purge makes sense, but Gabriel happy to just take his 10 in Europe. Sarah will run out the clock here. Reagan bombs, not going to do much. Just one there in Pakistan. Threaten the flip there with China. Okay, and just going to let Sarah flip over Pakistan, which is fine. Gabriel needs to get his mill ops, and this makes sense. Sarah would like to get these realigns off in Africa, change the picture there. But yeah, 10 in Europe in turn 10, and then another 10 in final is pretty devastating. Okay, 2 Opku in Cameroon. Sarah hits the roll. Gabriel doing math and liking what he sees. Sarah with realigns clears out Angola, and there's one back in Angola, and Sarah wants to clear out both, which will give them domination. And final roll of the dice here from Sarah. So congratulations to Gabriel. Gabriel will be moving on to play against me in the next round. And so I look forward to bringing you those games here. And we will work on scheduling those very quickly. So yeah, 20-point win there from Gabriel. Well played. Congratulations to Sarah on a nice Atlantic League season. They made the playoffs for the first time and got to Game 3 here against Gabriel, but just ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw. Gabriel had an excellent opening hand, and things got even a little bit better for him afterward. And then that Europe scoring for 10 in turn 10. And then getting a 10 in turn 10 and then another 10 in final was huge for him as well. Thanks everybody for watching. We will. I'm unsure when my next game is. Probably be against Gabriel. No ITSL game scheduled for a while, and then we've got Nations Cup going on, but we'll have to wait till group play finishes for that. So. Anyway, thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I enjoyed bringing it home to you. And that was fun, but now it's done. So long, everybody.